Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our little corner of the internet, a space dedicated to embracing the beauty and wisdom of our later years. Today, I want to take you on a journey into the lives of some truly remarkable individuals, those who have not just lived long lives, but incredibly full lives, reaching the extraordinary milestone of 120 years and beyond. Think about that for a moment. 120 years. That's more than a century of experiences of laughter and tears, of challenges overcome and joys celebrated. What secrets do these centenarians, these supercentenarians, hold about living well? What profound lessons can they share with us as we navigate our own paths through middle age and beyond? I've spent countless hours poring over stories, research, and even a few personal encounters, more on that later, trying to understand the common threads that weave through the lives of these exceptional individuals. And what I've discovered isn't always what you might expect. It's not just about genetics or some magical elixir. It's often about something much deeper, something within our reach. So, grab a comfortable seat, perhaps a warm cup of tea, and let's delve into the profound wisdom that 120-year-olds can teach us about truly living well. One of the most striking things you learn when you explore the lives of these long-lived individuals is the power of connection. They are deeply embedded in their communities, surrounded by family and friends. Think about it. How often do we prioritize those meaningful connections in our own busy lives? We get caught up in work, in errands, in the endless to-do lists. But for these centenarians, relationships are not a luxury. They are a lifeline. I remember reading about Jean Calment, the French supercentenarian, who lived to be 122. Even in her later years, she was known for her sharp wit and her engagement with others. She wasn't isolated. She was part of the fabric of her community. Consider this. When was the last time you truly connected with someone, shared a heartfelt conversation, or simply enjoyed the presence of a loved one without the distractions of our modern world? Perhaps it's a phone call to an old friend, a visit with family, or even a simple chat with a neighbor. These seemingly small moments can have a profound impact on our overall well-being. And it's not just about having people around. It's about the quality of those connections. Are they nurturing? Are they supportive? Do they bring you joy and a sense of belonging? These are crucial questions to ask ourselves as we strive to live well. Another vital lesson from these remarkable individuals is the importance of purpose and engagement. They often have a strong sense of what gets them out of bed in the morning, whether it's a hobby, a passion, or simply the desire to help others. Take, for instance, Walter Brenning, who lived to be 114. He worked for the Great Northern Railway for 50 years and remained active and engaged in his community well into his hundreds. He had a routine, he had interests, and he had a reason to keep going. What about you? What are the things that ignite your passion? What makes you feel alive and purposeful? It doesn't have to be a grand career or a world-changing mission. It could be gardening, painting, volunteering, learning a new skill, or simply sharing your wisdom with others. Having a sense of purpose provides structure, meaning, and a reason to embrace each new day. And this engagement often extends to lifelong learning. These individuals are often curious and open to new experiences. They don't stop growing and evolving just because they reach a certain age. I once had the privilege of meeting a woman who was 103 years old. She was still attending lectures at the local community college, eager to learn about history and literature. Her mind was sharp, her spirit was vibrant, and she attributed much of her vitality to her continued intellectual curiosity. Are we allowing ourselves to remain curious? Are we open to learning new things? Even in our middle and later years? Perhaps it's reading a new book, taking an online course, or simply engaging in conversations that challenge our perspectives. Keeping our minds active is just as important as keeping our bodies moving. Speaking of movement, that's another key ingredient in the longevity and well-being of these superagers. They often maintain a level of physical activity throughout their lives, even if it's just gentle walking, gardening, or household chores. Think about the blue zones, regions around the world where people live remarkably long and healthy lives. One common thread in these cultures is natural movement integrated into daily life. It's not about intense workouts at the gym. It's about staying active as a natural part of their routine. What small changes can we make in our own lives to incorporate more movement? Perhaps it's taking the stairs instead of the elevator, going for a walk during our lunch break, or finding a physical activity that we genuinely enjoy. Our bodies are meant to move, and staying active is crucial for both our physical and mental health. Now, let's talk about something we often hear about in relation to longevity: diet. While there's no one-size-fits-all answer, many long-lived individuals tend to follow a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. They often eat moderate portions and tend to avoid excessive amounts of processed food, sugar, and unhealthy fats. It's not about deprivation. It's about nourishment. It's about fueling our bodies with the nutrients they need to thrive. Consider the traditional diets in those blue zones, often plant-based or with a focus on lean proteins and healthy fats. What small changes can you make to your diet today that would move you closer to a more nourishing way of eating? Perhaps it's adding an extra serving of vegetables to your meals, choosing whole grains over refined grains, or simply being more mindful about what you're putting into your body. But perhaps one of the most profound lessons I've learned from studying these centenarians is the importance of resilience and a positive outlook. Life, as we all know, throws its curveballs. There are challenges, losses, and moments of hardship, but these long-lived individuals often have a remarkable ability to bounce back from adversity and maintain a sense of optimism. Think about the historical events many of them have lived through: wars, economic depressions, social upheavals. Yet they persevered. They found ways to cope, to adapt, and to find joy even in difficult times. How do they do it? It often comes down to perspective. They tend to focus on what they have rather than what they've lost. They cultivate gratitude for the simple things in life. They find meaning even in the face of suffering. Can we learn to cultivate a more resilient mindset? Can we practice gratitude for the good things in our lives, even amidst challenges? Can we choose to focus on solutions rather than dwelling on problems? These are powerful skills that can significantly impact our well-being at any age. And this positive outlook is often intertwined with a strong sense of spirituality or inner peace. This doesn't necessarily mean adhering to a specific religion, although for many it does. It's more about having a sense of connection to something larger than oneself, a belief in something meaningful, or a practice that brings inner calm, such as meditation or mindfulness. Studies have shown that individuals with a strong spiritual life often report lower levels of stress and greater overall well-being. It provides a framework for understanding life's challenges and a source of comfort and hope. What brings you a sense of inner peace? What practices help you connect with your inner self or with something greater than yourself? Perhaps it's spending time in nature, engaging in prayer or meditation, or simply taking moments for quiet reflection. Nurturing our inner lives is just as important as nurturing our physical and mental health. Another fascinating aspect of these long lives is their ability to manage stress effectively. They often have healthy coping mechanisms for dealing with life's inevitable stressors. This might involve spending time in nature, engaging in hobbies, practicing relaxation techniques, or simply having a strong social support system. Chronic stress can take a significant toll on our health, both physically and mentally. Learning to manage stress effectively is crucial for longevity and overall well-being. What are your go-to strategies for dealing with stress? Are they healthy and sustainable? Perhaps it's time to explore new ways to manage stress, such as mindfulness exercises, deep breathing techniques, or simply making time for activities you enjoy. And finally, one of the most consistent themes I've encountered is the importance of sleep. These long-lived individuals often prioritize getting adequate rest. Our bodies and minds need time to repair and rejuvenate, and quality sleep is essential for this process. Are you prioritizing sleep in your own life? Are you getting enough hours of restful sleep each night? Creating a consistent sleep routine and a relaxing bedtime environment can make a significant difference in how you feel both physically and mentally. So, As we reflect on these lessons from those who have lived to 120 and beyond, it becomes clear that living well is not just about avoiding disease. It's about embracing a holistic approach to life. It's about nurturing our connections, finding purpose, staying engaged, moving our bodies, nourishing ourselves, cultivating resilience, finding inner peace, managing stress, and prioritizing rest. These aren't necessarily groundbreaking secrets, are they? In many ways, they are timeless wisdom, principles that have been recognized across cultures and throughout history. But perhaps the lives of these supercentenarians serve as a powerful reminder of their importance, a testament to the profound impact these seemingly simple choices can have over the course of a long and fulfilling life. What can we take away from all of this? We may not all live to 120, and that's perfectly okay. But the lessons these extraordinary individuals offer provide a roadmap for living a more vibrant, meaningful, and healthier life, no matter our age. Think about one or two of these principles that resonate with you the most. What small step can you take today to incorporate that wisdom into your own life? Perhaps it's reaching out to a loved one, scheduling some time for a hobby you enjoy, or simply taking a few deep breaths to manage stress. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making conscious choices each day that support our overall well-being. And as we navigate the journey of life, let's draw inspiration from those who have walked this path for so many years, embracing their wisdom and striving to live each day to the fullest. Thank you so much for joining me today on this exploration of the remarkable lives of supercentenarians. I hope their stories and their wisdom have inspired you as much as they have inspired me. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are some of your own thoughts on living well as we age? What are some of the lessons you've learned throughout your life? Please share your comments and insights down below. Let's create a community where we can learn and support each other. And if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content focused on healthy aging, well-being, and the wisdom of our elders. Your support means the world to me. Until next time, take care, be kind to yourselves, and remember that every day is an opportunity to live well.